see. I'm on Robbie's computer. I don't know how to turn it up. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Great. Thank you very much.
Hello.
We are live now. Woohoo. Good job. There we go. Okay. Brittany and Robbie are always the ones that are really the technical ones. And so I'm like, I connected. We're live. No, you sit here. You run.
That's okay. Hi, everyone. Sorry it's been a minute, but I haven't been here. So I'm excited that I am back. So
yeah,
Robbie, can they all hear me?
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear.
Perfect. Perfect.
Sweet.
Woo, okay, let's do some wins. Anybody have some wins? Hello on Facebook. We're seeing some people come in. Sue and Charmaine and Brandy. Hello, hello. Robin.
So I had a win last night. That was so fun. And maybe Robin can remember who we learned this on. It was on the 7-day Eric Worre thing, but they had suggested going into a group and seeing who had just joined. So I went into a bariatric weight loss group and messaged a few people that had just joined, and I just said, "Hey, Anna, I just saw you joined this group. Did you have bariatric surgery lately?" And so she commented back, and we had this conversation for about 30 minutes and talking about different weight loss options and stuff. And it was seriously so much fun. So I'm excited to continue this conversation with her.
So awesome. Robin, did you call her or were you just messaging back and forth?
It was just on Messenger.
Perfect. Cool.
So,
awesome.
Really good. I'm so excited.
It was a lot of fun.
Super cool.
Cool. Thank you. Susan.
Hi, sorry, I'm tired. I'm like yawning. So I decided to reach out to a customer I haven't seen in a little while. She works nights now, so it's kind of hard for her to come on the live. And I said, "Hey, I know you love the jewelry," because she'll spend like $100 at a time. And I'm like, "We have this great promotion right now. If you want, you can just get a kit and buy it for wholesale, or if you feel like selling, hey, we will help you out." And she's like, "Sure." I was like, "Really?" So she's like, "Can we do it tomorrow?" Because she got to sleep today because she worked last night. And I was like, "Absolutely." So we have an appointment at 10 in the morning. I'm going to help her sign up.
Awesome. Woo! Awesome, Susan. Good for you. That's number 2 for you, huh?
It is. I know. I'm like really reaching out. I'm like, I need one more. Come on.
Awesome. Awesome, Susan.
Good job, Susan. Sharing. That's fabulous. That's a great win. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. Charmaine said, "Small win. I had my first online store, $100 day." Awesome. Whoa, Charmaine.
Good job.
Way cool.
Sold enough yesterday to pay the electric bill, Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne.
Oh, that's fabulous. Let's see. It's been a while, but I've been watching replays. Good job, Kimberly. We please, this is no guilt. This is just for you to build your business. Every day is fantastic. So don't miss any day, but no guilt.
Just breathe.
Just breathe and do whatever you can. Do today, even if it takes you clear until, I don't know, next year. Doesn't matter. But every day is something fantastic.
Yep.
So we're so thrilled.
One thing I wanted to add into here is, as we're learning all these concepts, I want you guys to realize this concept that I learned this from a business conference, and I just love it, that there's a progression of history of what happens when we learn something. We learn something that's a principle, it's universal. So it's like, hey, what is something universal with selling? You got to add enough value, and then the price tends to go down. Okay, like I could sell you my cell phone for 10 grand. And anybody hears that, they're like, what the heck? There's no way I would buy that cell phone for 10 grand. Well, what if I told you I had Tony Robbins' personal phone number in there? What if I had Grant Cardone? What if I had Oprah Winfrey? What if I had thousands and tens of thousands of audiobooks, trainings that will bring you $1 million worth of value? It's like, wow, like $10,000 doesn't sound that bad anymore, right? So there's the principle that it's universal, okay? And then there's different strategies. Strategies is next. And then there's tools and tactics. The reason I say this is back with marketing, 20 years ago, there's direct mail. People still do it, but direct mail is a big deal, and infomercials. Now there's social media and ads and online. So the principles will always be universal, but the tools and tactics might change. Like, for an example, a few years ago, TikTok wasn't even a thing. Now it's a platform we're trying to find people on, okay? So realize that some of these things that we tell you, find the difference between what is a principle and a strategy versus what is a tool and a tactic, because some of these tools and tactics, realize, might change a little bit because social media and technology changes very quickly. So realize that as you're learning these things, what is the principle here? And that's actually one of the things that we'll be talking about today is the hook, story, and offer. And that is I feel like a principle that will last, just depending, and you just have to adapt. Just like newspaper back in the day, it has eventually moved to online. So realize those are tools and tactics, but realize what the actual principle is here that we're learning, okay?
So, excuse me. Like Robbie said, our dare today is to do a hook, story, offer. Now, he's taught that in great detail, but he really went into what is your platform? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? YouTube is great. That's wonderful. I have a son and daughter-in-law and grandkids that are YouTubers. That's their platform. My platform is Facebook. I go live on Facebook. I know Facebook. I'm comfortable there. We post on Instagram. I don't know Instagram well. I don't even know how to find a message. I mean, I go on there and I look at it and it's like, yeah, I post my story on Instagram and share it over to Facebook. But I spend most of my time on Facebook. That's just me. So he said, I'm going to jump to the end. Can I do that really quick? Okay. He said, take your age. So right now, take your age, subtract 20. So I'm 67 years old. Subtract 20 makes 47. Where do the 47-year-olds hang out? What platform do they use? Facebook. That's where I'm most comfortable. I've told everybody forever I'm 45, so that's why I feel good there. That's fine. So take your age, subtract 20. So if you're 40 years old, you subtract 20. Where are those people hanging out? Those are the people that you need to connect with. That's probably TikTok. Mm-hmm. If you're 50, you subtract 20, 30s, they're probably Instagram.
Right. And me, I'm 34, 20 years ago, that's 14. That's my nieces right now and nephews. It's like, where are they at? I know Snapchat's a big deal.
Yes, that's true.
Big Be Real is another one that's coming up right now. That's just kind of like another thing. I mean, I know TikToks are a thing. I mean, but just realize that. And the reason he says that is have your platform that you're focused on, but also find something where these 20 years in the past people are hanging out, because that's your future of your business. Right. And that's your future passive income. So focus on that.
Perfect. So what is hook, story, offer?
Hook, story, offer is one of these strategies and like principles that we talk about that you want to focus your post, your static posts, your reels, or your lives around. Okay. So the hook is just something that's going to draw them in, whether it's a curiosity thing, something that's going to draw their attention. Okay. So for an example, something that I heard about that you can practice this is drive down the highway, the freeway, and look at the billboards.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Look at which ones draw your attention and which ones don't.
Because they have 1 second. They have 1 second to catch it. They're not giving you 2 paragraphs. They're giving you one little sentence, one hook, a few words. That's a hook. That's a good hook. I did this at the beginning, and I realized I like judge billboards now. Like, where's their hook? Where's their story? And where's their offer? Because some of them, there's something out here called, what is it? Chip Cookie. It's a cookie place, and it's just a cookie, and they have no branding whatsoever. It just has their logo. I'm like, cool, good for them. But what are they trying to tell me to do? Are they just trying to grow their branding or what?
So realize what's going to hook them, what's going to help them remember, what do they do to help you remember them? What's the story there, and what's the offer? Okay. And that's what Facebook ads do. That's what anything. So how can you relate and use that as examples?
Can I use Chick-fil-A? How many of you, raise your hand or put a 1 in the comments if you've seen a Chick-fil-A billboard? Anybody seen a Chick-fil-A billboard? Put a 1 in the comment if you had. Chick-fil-A billboard has a cow, has nothing to do with chicken. It has a cow, but it always says, eat more chicken, and the cow's putting the billboard up because it's saying to you, don't eat beef, eat chicken.
Right.
That is a brilliant marketing, great hook. Every time I see it, it catches my eye. Every single time.
And the other thing that's a hook about that is it's always the cow like painting it on, and it's always crappy English. You have to like read it and kind of have to like know what it's actually saying.
True. That's true.
So it's like, what's going to catch your attention? And just use this and realize these billboards, people are spending a lot of money on marketing agencies to like probably have graphic designers to do this. So learn from them and like see what you like and then apply that to what you're doing. So something that Fraser has talked about in the past is having a hook, something that's going to draw their attention. The story could be like 3 tips or hacks, and then some sort of call to action. Something he said is like, hey, if you like these 3 tips, you're going to love my 17 points of how to wear your jewelry or how to make your jewelry, how to be more fashionable. So DM me jewelry and I'll get that sent over to you.
And remember, we went to Chat GPT. Is that what it is? Chat GPT, to get a whole list of ways to wear jewelry, great things about network marketing, fashion tips, everything like that. So you can use all those out there.
Yeah.
Here's 3 tips on how to feel fabulous. If you want to know more, and that's the offer, is you want to know more.
And I would say the strategy here is, if you don't know what to do, you guys, we are not in the information age anymore. There is so much information out there, we can't even consume it. There's so much. So where can I find it? If I need to know something, I Google it, I YouTube it, or now I'm starting to learn how to use ChatGPT.
Oh, that's the best.
There's stuff out there everywhere. All you got to do is learn the strategy of how to find it now.
Yeah.
How to find it.
Another thing that he talked about is when we talked about platforms, if you're on YouTube, you can write 10 pages. And in fact, YouTube really in the description, excuse me. Yeah. YouTube really likes that because the more words that you use, it triggers more people because they're search words. Facebook, maybe a couple of paragraphs. I've seen you can put 1 line or you can put 2 or 3 paragraphs in Facebook. Instagram, 1 or 2 paragraphs at the top as at the very most. TikTok, it's like 7 words.
It's way less.
So remember that when you're on those platforms, make sure that you're not putting 2 paragraphs on TikTok because it's not going to really.
There's going to be way less engagement. It's something that he did say about Facebook, that if you see some of the people that have like 10 paragraphs long, it might be cool, but you're going to have way less engagement. But the people that actually respond, you're going to get way higher quality people that respond from there.
Yes.
Okay.
So he said, if somebody responds on a 10 paragraph description in Facebook, they've read it. And he said, those are going to be quality people.
Right.
You might not have the 100 views or the 100 comments, but the 10 that you do have are going to be more quality.
Right. So basically what you guys can do is another thing I'm going to add in there that I just remembered is I just talked about billboards and study them and see what catches your attention. Also, if you guys are scrolling, obviously we don't want to consume content. We want to be a creator of content, not consumer. But if you have your individual time, if you scroll and you see ads, there's ads on pretty much every platform. See what stands out to you and why it does. Okay. If something stands out, why did that stand out? And start studying it and be a learner and modeler of that marketing so you can use that in your other content that you use. Okay. So with that, with the hook story offer, if one is kind of lacking, if you're kind of struggling with the hook, then you just know, hey, I just need to learn how to make better hooks. Okay. If I'm struggling with my stories, okay, I just got to learn how to tell stories better. Okay. If I'm struggling with my offer, how can I invite better? And how can I do call to actions better? Okay.
One more thing I want to jump back to the hook is Shelley even commented on that when we talked about Chick-fil-A. You mentioned it. They spell words incorrectly, so it makes you think. Well, Fraser said that too. He said, sometimes if take your phone and wiggle it or something, do something weird because it catches an eye. That's kind of a hook also.
Right.
Even though you're doing a reel, you're doing a video, and it says, come and see my day or whatever. I don't know. I just made that up. But if you're scrolling down and here's the video, Robin's there and she's kind of all fuzzy for a minute, and then she goes, hey, here we are. It's going to catch. That's another kind of hook.
Right. The hook does not just have to be in the description. It can be the picture. Why do you think we have the open mouth smile?
Yeah.
Like if you see that, you scroll through YouTube, a lot of those pictures and thumbnails are because of that, because it's a hook. It catches people's attention to be able to see why they're doing that. I mean, even if you have like two people laughing, if you ever see two people laughing and they're kind of, you know them, they're like, well, what's funny? I want to know about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But do it at the very first. I mean, that's where they're going to see the very first. So
a little hack for you guys. We talked about ChatGPT as a tool. Another one is called Jasper. I think it's jasper.com. Jasper is a copywriting tool, and you can help use that for your captions or your stories that you're telling. You can give just outline and different things, and it will pull out, and it will like literally give you like awesome content. Like it is really cool. So I would definitely check that out. And if it pulls out something for you, like, hey, I want a description like this, and this. If you don't like it, you can just keep refreshing until you find something that you like. Okay.
perfect. At the end, he opened it up for question and answers, and Tanya actually asked, she says, I have a problem converting. And good question, Tanya.
Should we let her just talk about it?
Yeah, Tanya, you talk about it.
Yeah, Tanya.
Tell us about it.
Well, I do get to the point, excuse me.
Shoot.
Uh-oh, you're kind of breaking up.
You're
a little
breaking
bit.
up, sweetheart.
You're breaking up a little bit. I think she just left. Well, sorry, Tanya, we can't hear you.
Suggestion for me. Oh, you can't hear me?
You're
Yeah, there you
breaking
go.
up
Yeah,
a
you
little
keep
bit.
breaking up.
Okay.
Try again. Start over.
Fraser's suggestion for me was to qualify them first. Get in there before I actually send the tool. Ask them why are they interested. Ask them more or less things about themselves that will help me qualify them to see if this business is a good fit for them. Because the people who say no will be no, or even if they see the tool and they're like, no, they've been qualified. But those who want to see the tool, I should jump in there first and ask more questions about who they are. Why would you be interested? Have you had a network marketing business before? What were some of those shortcomings? Is there something you're trying to change now? And that reminded me to go back to, find out what that need is and build upon that.
Right.
So I'm going to take that small little nugget and I'm going to run with it.
Excellent. That was
Love
a
it.
great question.
Love
Good
it.
job.
Difficult for me, but and Fraser said this too. He said he sucks at closing. He sucks at it, but he's good at qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a message, team. If we get good at identifying those needs, we'll be great at closing.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she broke up a little bit. He said, I am not good at closing, but I'm great at qualifying.
Yep.
And thus it closes.
Yep. And you just keep asking questions to help qualify. Something I just saw in the chat. I know I asked your name before. Sadria, I believe your name was, asked about like, hey, I'm struggling with how to do the hook story offer. Hey, I'm just letting you know, I was scared and very intimidated when I first heard this as well. Okay. Know that it's just like riding a bike. You will struggle and you will tip over. It is a little scary.
Just be messy.
Just take messy action.
Yeah.
Just take messy action. And the more you learn anything, confidence comes from putting in the reps. Just keep trying it and trying it and trying it. If you don't know how to do it, like model someone else. We learned all the way growing up, do not plagiarize. Plagiarizing is bad. It's bad. It's bad. And obviously it is bad. But in social media, you can model what people do. And that's what trends are. People just have people do the same thing. So find a certain post or different things that people are doing and model it and make it your own. That way, I mean, that's how I do it. It's just like, hey, I've learned from these other people, these billboards and these ads that I've looked at for the last few years. And that's how I've become better at it, because I'm modeling what they've done and what has stuck out to me. So just take messy action. Do not feel like you have to be perfect at this. It is a new concept and it is different. Anything new takes time to learn and get confident at.
And
Okay.
we're in a different network marketing group than most people. There's oils, there's weight loss, there's juices out there. We're different. And so it's going to take time for you, and it's okay. Just try it.
Yep. Just try different things. And even if, like, again, even if, what did I say before? If we're struggling with something, what do we do when we need information on something? There's information everywhere out there. So go out there and Google it, YouTube it, or ChatGPT it up and say, hey, how can I create better hooks with my social media?
Yeah.
Learn about it. How do I create better stories? Hey, I just gave you that tool. Sorry.
No.
Jasper.com. It will help you. Use a tool and a resource to help you.
What if we were to put into Chat GPT or Jasper and just say, what are some good hooks for network marketing for jewelry or network marketing jewelry? And you know what? I even Googled, what are the best things about paparazzi jewelry? There was things about paparazzi jewelry. Robbie, our IT guy, is going to get there. But what about this? I mean, this just popped into my head. What if you say something? Do you want to know what I learned today? That could be a hook. Would that make someone want to stop and listen to what you're doing? Maybe. That could be a hook. And then you go into, these are the 3 tips that I've learned about fashion, or 3 tips that I've learned about how to wear jewelry, or 3 tips that I learned about how to look great. And then your offer is, if you want to know more, message, or you want to know more, write smile in the chat. If you're interested in 5 more tips or 10 more tips, put smile in the chat, and then you message those people and send them. Robbie just Googled what, or are you
Okay.
a Chat GPT? Yeah, he's going to share his screen.
So what I've heard and learned is, when you're using ChatGPT, you want to talk to it like a person, not like Google. Okay. Talk to it like Google. Sorry, as like a person. So what did I say up here? If you were a marketing expert, what are some great hooks for network marketers? As a marketing expert, it is essential to create hooks that resonate with your target audience. Who is your audience? Most of us, I'm not going to limit anybody out, but I would say 95% of the people in paparazzi are women. Okay. So you're going to probably focus on women, right? Okay. What age are you going to focus on? What are they doing? Okay. And it just says, here's some different ways of focusing on different things, like time leverage. Hey, you can work for yourself. Focus on that. Exclusive products and services. What's awesome about paparazzi? They bring out new pieces of jewelry Monday through Friday. You don't have to sell the exact same 20 or 30 products. Success stories, limited time incentives. Right now, this month is a limited time incentive because of the promotion that paparazzi is doing. Social proof, talk about your team and what have they done. Personal connection, community. How awesome is the sisterhood here? These are great hooks and like leverage points and great things that are enticing for people to want to be a part of. We're the most connected ever in the entire world, and yet we're the most feeling alone and lonely in this life. Yeah. So how cool, how much does people want and feel like they want to be a part of a community and a sisterhood and a brotherhood? I just went up to a spiritual retreat this last weekend for 3 days, all about God and creating masculinity and finding God and brotherhood. Man, did I feel empowered. I loved that. I loved it. And I've gone back. That was my 13th time I've gone. I go like 2 or 3 times a year, and I love it. My heart's alive because of it. Okay. We love that. We love that community aspect. Financial freedom, flexible lifestyle, personal growth. What do we focus on in network marketing? We got to focus on our mindset. Okay. So there's some things, and that was just one thing. And maybe you just rephrase the question and say, what about jewelry? What about, try this out, you guys. There's some really
Yeah,
cool stuff
it's
here.
fun. It's fun to do.
Okay.
Okay, can we open for questions?
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes, maybe. Anybody have a question really, really quickly?
Yeah. Coach John, you said free as a hook.
Yeah.
Any other things? We've been, sweet Sharon Chonka wrote in Jasper in the Facebook Live.
Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for
Chat.
sharing that on Facebook. Can we copy that and put it on our chat?
It's just jasper.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty simple.
Is there anybody at the first?
Any questions that anybody has? I'll see if there's any other comments. What is the other site? There's jasper.com. Thank you. Jasper.com, and then just put chat GPT in Google. It might take a second for you to sometimes since it's such a big thing right now, chat GPT, it might take you a second to get in there. So either keep refreshing the page or sign up for the wait list, but keep chat GPT. So just Google it.
And just put it
The
in there.
website that you'll open it up is open.ai or something. So
And you have to register for it, but it's free, right?
yeah,
It's free.
it's free. There is a paid version of it. So I mean, if you want to do it, you can. If not, great. Will this be a replay? I came on late. Absolutely. There's always replays, and we always save everything to the album. So
Yeah, on Facebook. It's
on
on
Facebook.
On
It's
Facebook. The
yep.
90-day social media run Facebook.
Right.
So,
Okay, just to end real quick. As always, focus on your finding DMO every single day. And then the dare is to create a hook, story, offer type content today, whether it's a static post, whether it's, you could do the stories we've talked about stories before, where there's the 5 different stories you can do. One is the hook, story, offer is at the end of the story of your kind of story kind of progression, or a reel or a live. Okay. So easy way to do something is just to teach people something is like the hook, story, offer. Okay. Hey, come check out these 3 tips in how to look skinnier while wearing jewelry or something, or focus on something that's within our business or within your branding of what you like and your interests. Cool.
perfect.
Awesome.
New releases. They've been dropping new stuff like crazy. Excellent stuff. So
This
don't
month's
miss
been awesome.
out. 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm going to jump off. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Love you. See ya.
Bye-bye.